What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're having a great day. Want to talk about my favorite top three large cap altcoins for the next bull run. And I'm kind of stealing this from Ben Armstrong. He did a video I liked the other day. So I wanted to give you, my top three here. And again, we're going to break it down into large cap. I'll do a follow up talking about kind of your mid cap cryptos and then some of your maybe sleeper or up and coming cryptos we'll do in a third video. But in this one, we're just focusing on the top 20 coins and specifically altcoins. Now, there's some honorable mentions, things that I think are great. They're just not my top three. The first omission from this list is Ethereum. Unlike a lot of people listening out here, I love Ethereum. I just don't think it's the greatest value out there at almost $190 billion. I'm not looking to put any more money into Ethereum, but I will invest into the Ethereum ecosystem with layer 2 scaling. We'll get into that in some future videos. Solana, I'm sure it's going to do great. There's a lot of activity, yada, yada. It may end up really being an Ethereum layer 2 itself. It just ain't for me. I just do not like that blockchain, and so it's a pass. Even though I admit it probably will perform fine. Matic, I love it. I have what I have, but at this point in time, I'm kind of going on the lower end of the Ethereum scaling solutions. I'm not adding any more Matic, even though it's probably got great value at this point in time. And Link, again, there's just more compelling options for me, but I'm sure Link will be a monster in the upcoming bull run. All right, number one. What is my number one favorite large cap altcoin? You knew it was going to be XRP, didn't you? You knew that was going to be my first out the gates. I think it's just wildly undervalued. Its price was suppressed during the last growth phase, the last bull run. And so we have some catching up to do, and I think that we will. This is going to be the next bull run that comes up, the first one where we have, direct U.S. liquidity. 2017, we had none. You had to play the whole little game of buying crypto, transferring it, and then buying your XRP. 2020, we had limited U.S. liquidity. Of course, we had Uphold and some stuff like that. But, these aren't powerhouse exchanges here in the U.S. It's going to make all the difference when your regular investors can just click on XRP and buy it from the major exchanges they use. And so I'm excited to see what this bull run will look like when we have XRP actually on your Coinbase and your Krakens and Binance US, if it's around anymore, stuff like that. Legal clarity from the courts. Look, the court said XRP is not a security. Powerful stuff. I think it will, open it up for your big investors as well to dip into the XRP pool here and add some of that to its portfolio. Now, you still have the SEC that's contesting that, so it adds some risk here, but I don't think it's even going to slow us down. It won't even be a speed bump. And lastly, I think people, because they expect so much from XRP, they discount the fact that $1 billion company is using it. It's using it for payments. And when you compare that to other cryptocurrencies, well, it's a leader, right? Like, it is being used for a practical enterprise purpose. We just expect everything to run through XRP. Sometimes I think we disrespect that fact that this is used in production for a practical purpose, and that makes it a leader within crypto. So I think XRP is going to be a massive, gainer here in the upcoming bull run, and I think you expected that. Number two was tough for me. I really thought about going with Cardano, but I really like what we see out of Polkadot right now, and the price might get even better. Actually, I suspect that it will, but I'm buying Polkadot on a regular basis. $4 a coin, I think it's going to do absolutely great. We're seeing week in, week out major development going on. When you look at the leading chains, Polkadot and Kusama, its sister chain, are always top 3 or 4 chains in terms of development. And it's not just that they are doing something, that just random code that's getting, added to these GitHubs. It is real work being done, thoughtful design, and I think this is going to be a monster here. The ecosystem is really coming together. I like what they're doing here with Polkadot, the way they're reimagining the parachains. I think that's going to allow a lot more developers to jump in here and build usable systems. And I believe with this one, sky is the limit, truly. I mean, this sucker is designed for massive scale. And the only question that I have, because they are redesigning so much, will it be ready in time? I don't know, because this is a big undertaking. We can, dig more into Polkadot as we go. But, this might even be a bull run down the road, possibly, because it is massive what they're trying to do with what we would call Polkadot 2.0. But this is a highly usable system, and I think much like we saw people, go into Binance Chain last time to do a lot of transactions when Ethereum got slowed down and became very expensive. I think Polkadot is going to be one of those chains. Look, we're at $4. Are we going to dip under during this video? Who knows? But I think you're going to see a lot of that action here in the next bull run, a lot of transactions, and people are going to get used to using Polkadot, which I think will make all the difference. It's one thing when you're a white paper, when you're an exciting idea, when you're Dr. Gavin Wood, and you said, yeah, I was instrumental in the design of Ethereum. That's not the case here. This is a usable system on its own accord, is going to build a lot of value. So very excited for Polkadot here. Number 3, Cardano. This sucker is a bleeder during bear markets, and it may bleed out farther, and it's one you really want to keep your eye on. Now, I already have some ADA token in my portfolio. I'm not currently adding it, but you best believe if this sucker keeps bleeding out, I'm going to be buying with vicious intent here. I think the biggest thing with Cardano is it delivers on its promise. I was very critical last time. I said, you don't have any smart contracts. You don't have any DeFi going on. You don't even have an ecosystem. And they slowly and surely kept building and building. And now we have a fully breathing ecosystem. They've delivered on every promise. They've kept to that timeline they have here. And really, this is a project that is well thought out and is being built for scale. I think that's what's important. They're not making early day mistakes, kind of like we've seen with Ethereum that may back them into a corner. They're doing it right. Yes, it takes more time, but it's going to allow them to keep compounding on their success. And I look for massive things out of Cardano as we go forward. So that would be my number 3 out of the large caps, the top 20. We have some really great projects even once we start getting into the mid caps and even lower than that. But those are the 3 that I'm looking at. Now, I have other coins in the top 20, but those are my 3 that I really think are going to shoot the lights out. I know a lot of people are saying layer 1, smart contracts. That's not going to be, that was last bull run. This time it's going to be gaming and all sorts of different things. And while that may be true, and there's some great opportunity there, whether you're in NFTs or whatever, it all happens on those layer 1s. Those smart contract blockchains, that's the building, the base for everything you want to do. And I think just like we saw last time around, these are going to be great performers. And so those are my top 3. Most importantly, let me know, again, keep it to the top 20 coins. What are your top 3 projects that you think are going to do well? I didn't bring up Bitcoin because that kind of sets the standard. If we're messing around with altcoins, we want to try to outperform Bitcoin. So I didn't put it here on this list. Of course, everything going on with Bitcoin as well. ETFs are likely on the short horizon here. Just more people understanding and adopting Bitcoin, and Lightning is really growing well. I think Bitcoin is going to do really, really good, but I just wanted to concentrate on top altcoins here that we think we can outpace Bitcoin growth. Those are my 3. What are your top 3? And we'll get into the kind of mid caps here next. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.